That was my little action thing, in case you guys were curious.
Oh,
why
like,
she's slapping
take 2.
her. Yeah, like.
Scene 4 takes 27.
Yeah. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Girls On. And we're talking about spring cleaning. Tips, tricks, and tools. Let's see if we have any. Anyway, so I'm Megan Von Boggs. And myself and Coach Mo are, a.k.a. Maureen, are holding down the fort tonight. Christine couldn't be with us. I'm not even sure what she has going on. All I know is she can't be here. So
She didn't even know what she had going on, I think.
I know. I think her husband scheduled something. So anywhoozy, but we want to come at you and talk about stuff. I know one of our viewers here, Julie, she said she just got snow, so she probably doesn't feel quite like it's spring yet. But not to brag, but I think it's going to be, I'm not sure what it was today. It's been in the 60s. It's been getting warm. Like, I actually wore shorts over the weekend, and we're supposed to get up to 80. What?
Oh, my goodness. It was nice here in Pittsburgh.
That's
It's going to be nice tomorrow and then snow this weekend.
Yeah, it's so nice. I got to work on my self-tanner, get that all rubbed in. Anywhoozy. So, okay, can you think of, I know, Coach, while you said you left your spring cleaning tips.
Yeah, I'm trying to check this out on my iPad here to find because they were like insane stuff. I was like, I think I found the page. All right.
Well, I can get what I was going to talk about because, spring cleaning, obviously, oh my gosh, yes, the magic eraser. God, that thing. It is so cool. It really is magic. But the thing, well, and you know what I realized, the whole thing about spring cleaning is besides there's those things that you just kind of have to do, but it's the change of season that also can inspire spring cleaning when it comes to just cleaning out stuff that you have. You know what I mean? And I feel like it all starts with the wardrobe because it's change of season. It's like, okay, I got to put my sweaters away. Got to get out the sundresses. And it's like, okay, wait a minute. Is there stuff I can donate? Blah, 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 blah. So that's one big, I think one thing I'm good at is not holding on to stuff. And this is my big tip, because I don't know if I have any others. But my big tip is if you don't want to accumulate junk, move a bunch. Because I now just this year finally bought a house, so I won't be able to follow that rule. But I've moved so much prior to that, whenever you move, it's like, oh my God, I don't need that. I don't need this. And it's just like giant trips to Goodwill. But yeah. But so, yeah, I guess my tip then would be, even if you're not moving, like, think that way. And just every so often, it's like, do I really need this? Do I really need this? Can I just give it away or whatever? So, anyways. What tips do you have, Coach Mel?
Well, y'all know I don't like to cook, and I also don't like to clean. So, show over.
See you later, folks.
Well, I do have a couple tips, and it's so funny because at work today, I'm like, hey, you guys, give me some of your great, best spring cleaning tips. And the one guy says, okay, you close all the windows. You open one window. And then you get the vacuum, and you suck everything out. I'm like, I'm being serious here. We're having a serious show later. I need some spring cleaning tips. So then I saw this tip, and I was like, Randy, do you know how to make your leaves on a plant shiny when you're cleaning your plants? He's like, mayo. I'm like, I just read this. I never heard this before. Why didn't you tell me this is what I was talking about? God.
Like mayonnaise?
It said wipe your plants off with a damp cloth or something, and get a piece of paper towel, put a little bit of mayonnaise on there, and rub it on the top of the plant, and it shines them up.
Well, no, why? Because it's mayonnaise, and this plant's like, oh, delicious.
So, yeah. I was like, that's weird, but I got this really cool plant here. Hold on.
Maybe I that's why really they get shiny, Julie, from my sister.
I could totally mayonnaise this thing up. Look how big them leaves are.
It looks pretty shiny already.
I'll probably dull it up in a little bit. There was like these little flowers, and look, like even this is shiny. So
Wait, is that real?
plant, yeah. I asked people on social media today what it was, and I got a whole bunch of names, so I don't know what it is. My sister didn't even know what it was. Throw the plant out, buy plastic plants, and put them in the tub. Oh, yeah. Oh, for fake plant, I have like an ivy fake plant, and if you put it in a brown paper bag with salt and shake it up, it'll get all that dust and stuff off.
Really?
Instead of wiping every leaf off, it takes forever.
Yeah, and who's going to do that? Like, nobody does it. You know what I mean? It's like not happening. Dusting is the thing I do, like, never.
Never.
It just doesn't happen.
The plants would be the last thing I clean.
Yeah.
Or mayonnaise.
For real. Mayonnaise off the plant.
Yeah.
What was my other tip? I was just thinking, oh, this is a good one if you're a shoe person.
I like Kim's tip down there.
Yeah, if you have to
dust it twice, pitch it.
Seriously. No, this tip came from my mom, and I was like, oh, brilliant. If you have a shoe problem, like a shoe collection problem, like you collect a lot of shoes, or anything really, purses, whatever, if you're trying to control yourself, then the next time you buy a new pair of shoes, you got to get rid of a pair. So either ones that are just burnt out and cannot be brought back from the dead, or you could donate. But the point is, it's got to be out of your house. And I thought that was a really good tip, especially if you're low on closet space.
That's a good tip.
Yeah, buy one, pitch two.
That's an even better. I need to start doing that because I really want to have less clutter. And I joined a clutter group with Catherine Wiggins, and I haven't even. It's like 2 days into it, and I didn't do what I'm supposed to do. Is
it a Heart Tribe accountability group or something?
No, Catherine Wiggins had like clutter free something. Really bad. I want to do it, but organize. I did take a picture of my table the other day, and then I cleaned most of it off. And once I get it all cleaned off, I'm going to do an after picture, before and after. And then work on your desk. It's supposed to be work on your desk, so my table is my desk. So right now I have plants on my laptop. A couple things I need to move. Everything needs a place. Kim told me that too before. Everything needs a place. Her place, she says everything has a place. And I don't have that here. Everything doesn't have a place because the places are filled with stuff I don't need. So I need to get rid of that.
That's so true. That's exactly it. It's if things don't have a place, then they just sit out on a counter or something. Yeah.
As soon as you see a flat space in my house, it's covered in like 2 minutes because everybody just the mail goes here, you know, whatever. I like the vinegar idea for cleaning windows. Do you do that?
I know vinegar can be used for a lot of things. Here's one thing I had heard and I didn't try, and I think I finally just gave up and gave in. But
Chaos Corner.
Supposedly if you have towels that get mildewy, and even if you wash them, they still smell a little mildewy. I think if you wash them in vinegar, it takes out the mildew somehow.
That was actually one of the tips, I think. I went on Good Housekeeping's site, and there's like 50 different tips on there, but vinegar was huge for like that kind of stuff. And I make my own little cleaner that I take to work of like, I think it's like a 1/4 cup vinegar, some essential oils, and then I fill the water up to here, and then some non-toxic soap, like a drop or two in there. And everybody at work says, oh my goodness, that smells like feet. I'm like, it smells healthy and clean. It's not like some of those bleachy ones that like your nostrils flare up and then you start choking because you can't breathe. I guess vinegar is a feet smell. I don't know. But it cleans my desk.
Yeah.
Yeah, my son's like that. That's an awful smell. But it says it, on the windows, it takes the streaks off. But you should clean your windows on an overcast day and start on the shady side of the house because direct sun may dry the cleanser before you can get it off.
That's a good tip. That's one thing we noticed the other day. It's like, ooh, our windows are really dirty. That's one thing we're gonna have to clean. For sure. Yeah, no, I think. Do I have pets? No.
Yeah.
I go back and forth too because I mean, we grew up with cats and dogs, and in my entire adult life, I've yet to own my own pet, and I really wanted to, but the hair and the pet stains, I just haven't done it. I haven't been able to make the commitment.
Well, the hair's an issue. Julie, I just read this tip, which blew my mind. I don't know how many of you use the rubber gloves to actually do dishes and clean with. I did use rubber gloves when I was using, toxic cleaner years ago. But it says if you wash dishes with the gloves, because it really does help your hands to do that.
Yeah, totally.
While the gloves are still wet, go into your living room and use that wet rubber glove and wipe the furniture, and it just attracts the fur. Did you really, Gia? I never heard of that until today, and I was like, ooh.
Well, here's the thing, though. How are you going to get the hair off the glove? Because you don't want to rinse it down the drain and then clog your drain with pet hair.
No, it doesn't say what to do with that. Hold on.
I mean, suppose you could take it outside and rinse it with a hose or something.
It's basically getting the dander and the fuzz.
Yeah, which makes sense. No, that totally makes sense. I just want. I mean, it's not a bad tip.
It was interesting. It was an interesting tip.
Speaking of hair and fuzz and stuff too, because we never can find our lint roller, I almost always just take a piece of packing tape and wrap it around my hand, and that's my lint roller.
I do that with all kinds of tape. Duct tape, masking tape.
Yeah, any kind of tape, really. The packing tape's nice just because it's wider. But, I mean, you can use regular tape, too. Just a little strip tape. Beep, beep, beep.
We do that at work all the time. I don't need
Okay, what other cleaning tips do I have?
For your tennis shoes. You know how some tennis shoes have the white in the front, like a white
on the toe?
Yeah, toe. And some cute little women's shoes have the white around thing. Use toothpaste.
Use what did you say? Toothpaste?
Toothpaste. Brand new and shiny white again.
Someone else was talking about toothpaste, but I forgot what it was in regards to.
Well, I wonder if I sent myself the link to that, but I didn't. I can't believe I sat there today at work and Googled this stuff and wrote it all out by hand because it wouldn't print for some reason.
Yeah, plugging holes in walls. That's funny. You know what? Funny story about puttying and spackling stuff. So we went ahead when we were moving out of our apartment, and my husband's super handy, and we, didn't want to be, we had a very small deposit anyway, but I was like, I wasn't really expecting, because it was only $99 or something. I wasn't really expecting to get it back, but at the same time, I didn't want them to bill us for any sort of weird home maintenance. Anyways, so my husband went ahead. Not only did he putty in any holes from our pictures that we had hung and, just little nail holes and stuff. Not only did he do that, but he actually went to Lowe's and paint matched. He took a teeny little chip. I don't know how he did it, but anyway, he paint matched the paint even and painted over. So it was patched, smooth, painted, the whole deal. And we still didn't get our deposit back, any of it. And I was like, you know what? You guys are jerks. Oh,
Wow.
and to top it all off, like I probably wouldn't have cared except for the fact that our clothing dryer didn't work for like a month before we left and still wasn't working when we left.
I would fight that.
So annoying. Because for like a month, they're like, oh, we're just ordering a part. I'm like, really? Really?
That's silly.
Anywho.
I might. Well, toothpaste seems to be a big thing. Toothpaste cleans porcelain.
Mm.
And then, and clean your bathtub. And then I was like, well, that's weird. Oh, wait, that's porcelain. Like, I have an old-fashioned clawfoot tub. I was real bright today. Like, everything was just clearing real fast in my head. I have an old-fashioned clawfoot tub. It's really old. Like, it's got, like, marks and all kinds of stuff. So I think I'm going to try that, actually. Because it's hard to get that clean. What cleans grout? I just saw that. Hold on, Julie.
Do you have to have those refinished at some point?
I probably should. The people, when we moved in here, the people who lived here before us painted the outside of this clawfoot tub green. Okay.
And they did it themselves?
Then they surrounded the tub in paneling. My whole house is paneling. This orange is covered in paneling. The bathroom is paneling. There's paneling everywhere. We painted as much as we could, and then I was just like, I can't take it anymore. But there was paneling around the clawfoot tub. Kind of looked like a spa tub. Yes, they really, really did that. So we took off in 1970. We took the paneling off because I couldn't stand that. I was like, that looks ridiculous. I took it off, and it was painted green. So I don't have like shower wall. We have like a shower curtain, like a round thing that goes around the whole tub. I don't have a wall to put anything on, but I would like to get that finished. Or I might try the toothpaste, not gel.
Yeah, I have a friend who, oh my gosh, he's super handy too. He like remodeled their bathroom. He laid the tile. I mean, it was like intense. But the one thing he didn't do himself because he was like, I need a professional. Because they haven't, well, I don't know. I don't think the house is super old, but they had a clawfoot tub in there that needed to be, or maybe they wanted to. I forget. Anyways, he had it painted. And it looks fabulous.
Yeah, they're beautiful.
Yeah.
We would have to break our support to get it out of the bathroom. Like, there's no way to get it. I don't know how they got it in there.
Well, if you had someone paint it, they'd probably come in. Oh, is it up against the wall?
Yes and no. So not touching the wall, but it's. I mean, they would have to do it in the bathroom, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, excuse me. I don't know how that works.
I hear you. Everybody was so tired today.
Sleeping well. I don't know what my problem is.
It is deep, Gia. I mean, like, to take a bath in there is fantastic. I rarely get to do that. But, like, you can like, lean back and relax. Julie, the only thing I see about cleaning grimy grout says to mix 3/4 cup chlorine bleach with 1 gallon of water. Make sure you wear the glove and eye protection, then use a stiff brush. But I'm gonna look into that because I think there's an easier non-toxic way. I don't know if it is toxic. Is the light hitting your nose, or did you put the lotion on your nose?
Yeah, I like, because I was all scrunched over in my chair, and so I adjusted, but then the light's shining in. So trying to think of some other really good tips.
Cutting boards. Do you ever have a stained cutting board?
We have like plastic ones. You know, we did get a really nice wooden one though that's like engraved for our wedding, but I don't actually use it as a cutting board. It's decoration.
It's too pretty. It's too pretty.
Yeah,
Well, I
I'm
know
just
they're
like
showing
no. But you can oil them. You should oil them to keep them moist.
the wood ones, yeah.
Well, yeah, the wood ones.
Run a lemon over the board, and it will take the smell and the stains out. And then sprinkle it with salt first if you really want to give it some oomph.
I'm blabbing from my computer.
I'm blabbing from my Android phone. My computer sucks. Are we allowed to say that?
Yeah, you can say sex. I mean, I don't think they're not. You know what I've seen on, and I didn't get it. It was one of those like gifty type catalogs or something. But I've seen these metal. Well, I think they're. I think they might be labeled soap, but it's just metal. It's like a little metal thing that looks like a soap. But you rub it on your hands and it takes out like garlic smell. But it's just like a metal bar. And I'm like, how does it, because it's not like anything comes off of it.
That's
so I don't know how that works.
Like if you rub a stainless steel knife with your fingers after cutting an onion, like it's supposed to take the smell out.
Yes, that's what it is. It's stainless steel. I think.
I don't understand how that happens, but
I don't either.
I've never tried it either.
What did I see the other day? Oh, I think it was on Instagram. But it was some sort of, this has nothing to do with spring cleaning, but it just made me think of it. It was like this magical washcloth that you can remove makeup, you can remove your makeup with, but without any like cleanser or anything. You just get it wet and then it lasts for so many, and then you just wash it and do it again and it lasts for so many washes.
You know what? I have a friend who, I can't remember what the name of the company is, but she has a cloth that you just add water to and it cleans and disinfects your counter. It has some kind of silver or something in it. I wonder if that's the same kind of thing for your face. Oh, yeah, that's it.
I've been curious about that because I've heard people talk about that, but I didn't know much of, I didn't really, only in passing. So I've been curious.
Kathy, Eat Local in PA, the one that follows me on Periscope, she told me about it. So I think I'm going to actually try one of those. But I wonder if that's the same, the KD cloth is the same. I never heard of the KD cloth.
So do you like wipe down counters and stuff with it?
Yeah.
That'd be handy. So that's the thing, those cleaners and stuff, oh my gosh, I've started wearing like medical gloves because I did have a pair of those rubber gloves and then, I don't know, I busted a hole through the last one I had or something. I don't even know. But we haven't had these medical gloves, so I'll wear those because, yeah, it just like, oh my gosh, my hands get so like irritated and bled out. And they're good for applying self-tanning.
Oh, yeah. I've been using non-toxic cleaners, and I have a cleaner that's like concentrated. You just use like a drop for dish soap, or put a drop in a bowl of water, and it like this big container is like worth 17 of the regular cleaners. I don't want to use any brand names. So I like that. So I'm saving money and it's non-toxic. There was a time I actually bought some stuff that said green something. So I thought it was a good cleaner. And when I went home and I went to clean the bathroom, I sprayed everything down and then I couldn't breathe. Like I literally couldn't breathe. My throat swelled up. I started to cough a little bit and then I stopped coughing and I had to run downstairs and out the front door to get some fresh air. Because whatever this stuff was just almost killed me in the bathroom. Why I don't like to clean either.
So what do you use? Like, what stuff do you have to avoid?
I don't know what the chemicals were in that, but I am not buying that stuff ever again. Anything that says non-toxic, I jump on. It was scary, Gia. Like, my husband didn't know what to do. He was like looking at me like, "Are you all right?" I'm like, "I can't breathe."
That's crazy.
Yeah. And the windows were open. I had the windows open in the bathroom. There's 2 windows in this little room, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I love when I clean the windows and then the dog runs up and just smushes his face all over there again. You should get a
I know, right?
Ashley.
Well, and the thing is too, because Nate, my husband's like painstakingly, patching the yard, like, because I think the previous owners had a dog that dug up the holes and stuff, so he's like seeded the patches and he's like meticulously watering it. And I could just imagine, bringing home a dog and just saying, "Okay, letting the dog out." Yeah. Oh yeah.
I did read one tip today that grossed me out. I'm not really sure how this happens, but I guess maybe I could kind of envision it. All right, so women's purses, like women's bags, purses, whatever. They say you should take like a cleaning wipe and wipe them down frequently, if not daily, because, and I wrote it down, but I of course I don't have it. It was like 70% of women's purses have fecal bacteria on them.
Probably on the bottom because we set them on the floor. That's
I try to hang mine on
people like
a hook, but that's
yeah. It's basically like the bottom of your shoe.
Yes, and that's like the dirtiest part. Like your carpet is like the dirtiest part of your house, they said, because your shoes are everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, think about it. I hate when there's no hook and I have yeah, that's
I know. I need to get one of those things. You can keep it in your purse and it like hooks, and you could just like set it on. If you have the table and you set it on there, and then the little hook hangs down, and you put your purse on it. I need to get one of those.
That's a cool idea. But I was shocked at like the high percentage of that, and now I'm going to be really aware of where I'm taking that purse. They said to get like a disinfectant wipe and wipe it down. I never wipe my purses down. I've never done that. If it got dirty, I would wash it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you do,
well, go
like
ahead.
What are the bags called when you go to the grocery store? Like when you use a reusable bag, you gotta wash those things.
Yeah.
Because if you're putting meat in there, whatever, you have to wash them.
Totally. Well, here's the thing I realized is that poop is kind of on everything. It just, because we're in our shoes and then we walk and carpets and kids. And I remember when my friend, and then I had this friend because she's kind of, I wouldn't exactly call her a germaphobe, but maybe a tiny bit because she's always worried about getting sick. So she was like, well, yeah, don't have your toothbrush out. Because when you flush the toilet, splash, and I'm like, okay. And and then the other thing she said is you should wash all of your underpants separately from the rest of your laundry. And I'm like,
why?
I don't do that. It's all mixed in with everything else. It's all
mixed in with your underwear then, so who cares?
Yeah. So, anyway. I know, right? I'm like, poop schmoop.
That's so funny because we had this conversation at work today, but my one friend's having some digestive issues, and she's like, I've talked about poop so much, I don't even care anymore. And you could even see the word around her, and now she's like, I'll talk about it every day.
I know. But it supposedly is everywhere.
It is. All right, buddy, love you.
Yeah. Well, it was forget, it's kind of late-ish for you, huh? It's like quarter to 10.
And it's like just early evening for you.
Mm-hmm. I'm just getting started.
But they said you should only
Oh,
watch
you know what I saw?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, I saw this in Walmart yesterday, and I should have bought it, but I didn't. I think I might go back and get it. It was this little mesh mat thing. It was called a makeup mat. And you basically, because you know, I don't know about you, but when I do my makeup, especially like blushes and powders, they get everywhere all over the counter. And it's like I'm constantly wiping it up, Yeah, I mean, it's just like everything's a hot mess. But they have this little mat that you can set everything on. And then apparently you can just, you know, after a couple of days, once it gets like all dirty from the week and whatever, you can just toss it in the wash.
That's cool.
And then you don't make a big giant mess all over your counters every day you have to clean up. I was like, oh my God.
Oh, and I'll show you a tip how you
Say that again?
I'll show you how you can save money on that.
Yeah. Wait, so what was the other tip you were going to share?
They said you should only wash your comforters and your pillows twice a year.
Can I tell you a secret?
Yes.
I don't think I've ever washed a pillow in my life.
You've never washed a pillow in your life. Every time I've washed a pillow, I've ruined it.
Right. So I wash the pillowcases, obviously, like regularly with the rest of the sheets and, you know, maybe even a comforter too, just, you know, but I never, yeah. Well, and we got the, oh my gosh, the My Pillow. Have you heard of the My? It really is the best pillow. The best.
I take it with me.
Seriously. I know, right? So I'm with you, Ashley. We just like would wear out our pillows, and it's like, okay, I guess we'll just get a new one. But the My Pillow,
so why wash the pillow?
right? See, that's kind of what I thought too. I'm like, if you're washing, I mean, granted, I'm sure it's absorbing, just like your mattress. Like over the years, your mattress will absorb you. That's why after so many years, they're like, okay, you got to just get rid of it. But we also, so we have a, not microfiber, memory foam. And it has a special, like, we bought a cover for it. So it doesn't absorb all of our stuff. So I'm hoping that's less of an issue. But, you know, obviously we still have fewer sheets and all that. I know, right? At a certain point, yeah, the pillows just collect so much drool that it's like,
We
out of
probably
here.
do that too, but we don't know because we're sleeping and yes. Snore.
No, ladies don't drool. It's impossible. Oh, it's funny.
Microwave. Has anybody got a nasty microwave like I have at work, which I think I'm going to do this one tomorrow. We have 2 microwaves. 2 disgusting microwaves. At work. There. You take a 4-cup large microwave bowl with a cup of water, and then a chopped up lemon or lime or an orange. And then add like several tablespoons of vinegar. Put it in the microwave on high for a couple minutes until that boils. And then you let it sit for 15 minutes. So it gets all steamy in there. Then you open the door and wipe it down.
Yes, her mic does sound wonky, Ashley. She had bought a new one, but it turns out didn't have
There's
a
no mic
microphone.
on my new one. Yeah, next week, hopefully, I have the right mic.
You know, I feel like I've heard other similar things to that, though, about like putting something in the microwave and just like microwaving it for a couple minutes, and then you can just essentially, you're steaming your microwave, and then you just wipe it down. You might be able to do something similar, probably the same thing, like water, vinegar, and like you could probably even do, if you didn't have a whole like lemon, you could probably put a little like essential oil or something that just smells pretty, and then just wipe it out. Oh, you know what I have done, speaking of microwaves though, when you have a sponge and it's starting to go, like it's not quite dead yet, you know what I mean? There's always like that fine line between, okay, this is done, and oh, I don't think this should be done yet. You can microwave it, and now I can't remember if it's for like a minute or 2 minutes, but you get it hot enough that it zaps any sort of mildew or whatever, and then you can, continue to use it for a little while until it's like, then, eventually you just toss it. But that's one thing I've done regularly, is microwave mine. Yeah. Sometimes they're too far gone and you're just like, okay, it's time to go. But, yeah. That's a good one.
Okay, do you have a knife?
Yes.
Have you ever cleaned that up?
We do. No. How would one even do that?
Okay, so you wouldn't be surprised if nobody's cleaned up their knife. It's actually real easy. Halloween is just any crumbs or dirt using the crumbs in your vacuum cleaner. If that doesn't work, aim a hairdryer at the pot. So any kind of chemistry to use it. You can get a pipe cleaner to clean it out, and I've never.
Yeah, I guess I just, we're always putting clean knives back in the knife block, like after we clean them. So I'm never thinking, oh,
I wonder if they
I should clean that out.
Of the one they have on there. I wonder if from cooking, from I don't know. We have a really pretty ceramic, I don't know, base or something. We have a lot of our knives in. That's the knife block. We somebody comes from the bottom of that thing. Like I clean that out. And I don't understand how they get in there, but they do. Here. Let me Snapchat that.
Getting my knife block cleaning. Oh gosh, what else? Oh.
You go ahead. I just remember what I want to say.
So a few things. Okay, so tomato sauce on clothes. If you get like, because, you're on spaghetti dinner or whatever. If you get to it, or oil, like olive oil or something, if you get to it really fast, like before it sets, and just like a little bit of dish soap and get most of it out, then when when it goes through the wash, it'll salvage it and get the stain out. But if it's been like, if you've let it sit or something like that, it won't work. But if it's like, oh shoot, I just spilled my marinara all over me, you can like just take some dish soap with, whatever, a little towel, and get most of it out, if not all of it. And then, that actually works. And I have used one time, again, you have to get it like almost instantly. But if you get ink on yourself from a pen, people say hairspray. It's really the alcohol in it, I think, like the rubbing alcohol. So again, if you get it right away, you can get the ink out. But once it's dried, it's like, it's just there.
It's just there.
Magic eraser. Oh my gosh, Ashley, I know what you're talking about too. I feel like our silverware tray is always full of crumbs, and I'm like, how does this even happen? Because I only put clean.
Yeah.
I don't either. It's like one of those mysteries of life. I'm like, it's getting full of crumbs. I only put clean silverware in here. I don't get it. I don't get it at all.
All right, this is a weird one. Do you have any copper pots? Chester copper.
Not pots. We do have a couple of those copper mugs for Moscow
like a mule?
mules.
Ah.
Yeah. Or Kentucky mule.
Well, the tip to shine those babies up. I used to have pots that had copper bottoms of them. Like just the bottoms, not the whole pot. Like stainless steel and copper. This one is weird. You can add a pinch of salt to ketchup and rub that on the copper pot, and that will shine it and polish it right up. Has anybody tried that?
What?
Ketchup. A French fry condiment. It says ketchup and a little bit of salt, and scrub it on there. Are your copper mugs a little tarnished? Maybe you can try that one day this week and see what happens.
Yeah, right. As we all like with the Heinz.
Let me go have a drink real quick and see if I get this tarnished.
Yeah. Let me see. Maybe I'll just leave it outside for a week. See what happens. No, those copper mugs are expensive. Yeah, right? There's a waste of ketchup. Yeah, you know what does tarnish though mostly is just like if I have any silver jewelry. I have like a bunch of those little cloths because you just have to like whoop, wipe them off.
Well, that leads me into the one I do remember that I wrote down and I forgot. Jewelry. If you have a necklace that has a knot that's like tangled up a little bit, they say to loosen it, lay it down, and sprinkle some baby powder on it. It's supposed to get the knot out.
You have like solved world peace. That's amazing. I had never heard that before.
I never did. I hope I said that right. I'll double check my notes.
You're gonna have to share that one with your jewelry tips. That's amazing. I had never even thought of that. It makes sense. That totally makes sense though, because they give it a little slip and it just kind of. Yes. You know, okay, can I just share something that has nothing to do with spring cleaning, but I can't seem to convince neither my husband or anyone else that it works. So I have a hiccup remedy.
Okay.
And it works every time when you actually do it. And so what you do the next time you get the hiccups is get a glass of water. And you have to repeat it a few times. Not like you can do this pattern once and be like, oh, it didn't work. Yeah, duh. You did it once. So you breathe in, take a drink, like a little sip. Breathe in, take a sip, swallow, breathe out. And you just do that. Breathe in, take a sip, swallow, breathe out. And if you repeat that a few times, your hiccups will be gone. I learned that from my grandma.
I'm going to totally try that. I get the hiccups at least once or twice a week at work.
Yeah. Yeah. It totally works. Chalk in your jewelry box? That is a good idea. Oh, because it would kind of absorb like whatever it is that tarnishes. That makes sense.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, absorbs moisture. That makes sense.
Do you? They said to get rid of extra packaging. So if you get cotton balls or Q-tips or like stuff for the bathroom, put them in like a pretty, like a clear jar or a basket or a bag or something, and get rid of that other stuff because you see what you have, and it's like, I guess that's more organization than cleaning.
You know what I have that I still haven't even put anything in it yet because that's like my next project. I got an old filing cabinet from work because they were getting rid of them because we're pretty much paperless, so they just had these extra ones lying around. But I don't even think I'm going to use it for files. I'm just going to use the drawer for like some storage.
That's what I do.
I just have to figure out what I want to put in there. I'm thinking office supplies because I have this tub, literally a tub, like a Rubbermaid tub of office supplies, like all sorts of different stuff. Right.
I'm addicted, yeah.
Post-it notes, my favorite thing. For real. Yeah, I think it's like reminiscent of, back to school supplies or something. I don't know, but yeah, going into Staples is like, yeah, totally. I'm trying to think of any other really good ones. You should this is a good one too, actually, especially because no one really spends a lot of time. Well, they might be on their cell phone or whatever, but if you start to notice that you break out a lot on one side, you should really clean off, like if you have a handset phone, like at work or something that you might use, or even just like your cell phone or whatever. Definitely make sure you're sanitizing that because it can start to get breakouts. But you know what? Who even talks on the phone anymore? And I have a headset at work, so it's like a moot point. I know. I'm like,
I wonder if maybe this thing will clog that when I touch that. I screwed it up. Is this thing on?
Yeah, it just makes like a weird noise.
Sorry, I get a new one for next week. I'm gonna look for your headset kind.
Yeah, it's a Dynex brand.
Dynex. Do I have to install anything, or I can just plug it in if my phone will be alright?
I think just plug it in. I think I just plugged it in.
We saw like that alien on Snapchat. That's fantastic.
Oh no! I downloaded the Snapchat app and I still haven't created my account. I know.
On here, Gia, tell her to get her Snapchat going.
Snapchat. I know. I need to get with it. I wonder if people are going to more and more go to the Snapchat, especially since like Instagram is kind of going the way of Facebook with its whole, they're going to have an algorithm and you might not necessarily see, the feed's not going to be in chronological order. Yeah. I mean, social media people are freaking out about it. I'm just like, what is,
That's why I like Snapchat, because you have to go to that person's story to watch it. If somebody's watching your story, they clicked on your name to do it. Because I have a whole bunch in my thing, so I want to watch everybody, but you can't. You don't have time for that. So I like that. Instagram, I'm not going to remember whose page I'm following.
Snapchat. So, okay. I know. Oh, here's a spring cleaning, though, a digital spring cleaning, which is not what we're going to talk about, but since I have a question about Snapchat, so I'm going to try to keep it related. No, you know what I did yesterday? Oh, my gosh. So I'm doing this whole, makeup event thing on Facebook, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I needed to make a video. I needed to make a makeup tutorial that was an actual video. I was going to upload it to YouTube, whatevs. So I barely had any room left on my phone. It's just jammed with stupid stuff. So I was struggling, and I finally realized, which I didn't even know this was happening, because I have an Android. I'm transitioning to Apple, so I'm going to be doing the whole iCloud thing. But my Android has been backing up to the Verizon cloud or whatever cloud it is this entire time, and I was like, what? So I'm like, why am I even keeping any of these pictures on my phone? Because a lot of them I also have backed up on a thumb drive too, just because I'm paranoid. And so, but anyway, I did go. That's one thing I would suggest too, if you're doing any sort of cloud, if you do have an iPhone and you're sending stuff to iCloud or whatever, is go to your cloud periodically and clean clean some stuff out because I had a ton of stuff on the cloud that I didn't need, but it's just like it was automatically saving from my phone, like even if it was only on my phone for a short amount of time. So that's one thing. Do a digital spring cleaning every once in a while, even if it's like, I don't know, once a month, and you can just kind of go through your recent stuff and just like click on everything that you don't need to save. Like
I did that. I put it in Google Photos, but I did a blog post because I was trying to do that, like clean up some of my stuff, and I thought it'd be easy. I'll put the pictures on Google Photos from my phone, and then access them from my laptop. I could not move those photos from Google Photos. I couldn't upload it to my blog. Like I couldn't move it.
man.
Yeah, so I don't know how to use the cloud.
Yeah, that's the thing. I didn't even know I had it. I mean, that's again why I basically, any photos and videos that I want to keep that I haven't deleted, I put on a thumb drive anyway, like an old school thumb drive. Because I'm like, I don't trust the cloud.
My Periscope saved to my phone.
Me too, and most of them I delete.
Well, I want to repurpose, so.
Well, that's my problem, is I haven't been repurposing, and I was so backlog, I'm like, I'm never going to repurpose these. Do you put yours on YouTube and stuff?
I think I tried. I just did like one, but I don't really know.
Most of the time, you know what part of my problem is too, is half the time my Periscope crash in my Android, that I'm like, ugh. Like the one that I might have one that I'm actually like, ooh, this will be a great thing to repurpose to YouTube. And then just like crashes, and it's just not there. Oh, but you know what I found out? Do you use Fullscope? Fullscope.tv?
I have, but I haven't checked that out. Oh, you can download from there.
Yeah. Yes. You can download from there, which I don't know. You might be able to. I haven't looked that close into it. But Fullscope's kind of nice, especially if I get new people on my scope that I want to connect with. That's been fun for that, for sure.
Yeah.
Fullscope, Ashley. So Fullscope.tv, you can basically just create an account. It's connected to Twitter, and it's like your Periscope analytics. So you can see in detail who was there, who commented, how long things were, blah, blah, blah. You can download any of your scopes as an like MP3 or 4 or whatever that is. And you can more easily connect right from there to someone's Twitter, which is nice, much easier than like, I don't know, any other way, basically. I tried it. Yeah. What was I going to say about Snapchat? Oh, here's my thing. Okay, so again, slightly off the topic of spring cleaning, but I talked about the digital spring cleaning. So, how exactly? So, do you think Snapchat is just another way to like build your brand, basically, and connect with new people?
Yeah, you're building relationships, and
Okay.
you're just being yourself, and I like it because it's real. Like, Lab is real, and Periscope is real. You can't be fake. You can't fake outlets.
So you can't like edit stuff or anything like that. It's just like you do your little snap and boom, it's up there.
One take snaps. You screw up while you're doing it, and you just still put it on your story, and you put hashtag one take snap.
Oh, I see.
It's funny. You can do like a story of your day. You can just do random stuff during the day. I do silly stuff most of the day. And people
Snapchat.
Oh, honey.
That's cool. Well, okay, so it's after 7, so we should probably, since we've been going over lately, I figure we should actually try to,
we can
be done.
Do you know what's next week? Is next week the couponing?
Ooh, I think it might be. Yeah, because then the week after, I think we're going into gardening or something, which I'm like, I don't know nothing about, but we'll have fun with that. Yes. Okay. I think next week might be the couponing, and if it is, I'm super excited to hear all of your guru wisdom ways.
Oh yeah, she said she was adding extreme couponing to the list, so I think that is next week. So yeah,
Cool.
I'm trying to have all my brilliant tips ready to go for that.
That's fun. All right, everyone. Well, thank you, ladies, for joining us, and for anyone else who was watching from the web. Thanks for checking it out, and you will be able to watch the replay. And Christine has been uploading these to our or her YouTube page or whatever too. So you can always get them there. Yeah.
I don't know if I introduced myself. So my name is Maureen. They call me. I was.
Okay, guys. Well, thanks so much. We're gonna go off the record. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.